I don't know. I think we're back. Are we back?
Let's see. I got us. Oh, wait a minute.
Hello? Are we back?
I don't think. Have we been streaming at all?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, if we've been live with viewers that I can see.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been live for 16 minutes, pal.
Because I'm looking at the stream right now.
Yeah.
And it's only like 2 minutes long.
Well, yeah. No, well, then. No, I think we're good.
Okay.
Anyone out? If there's anyone in the chat, if anyone watches this fucking show, could let us know anything that's happening.
But I feel like Grandpa Joe was a draft dodger.
Ooh, good. Okay.
He was a draft dodger. He was like, I got the bone spurs. And my eyesight's bad.
He's like Bob Dole. He was just faking that dead arm.
Yeah. Fucking Trump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, except Joe didn't have a father who could pay him out.
Instead, he just let his daughter or daughter-in-law, it wasn't really clear.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, work themselves to death while him and his lazy-ass fucking wife and then her or his... Where's the dad? Where's the dad?
Bergman says we're live.
Were we live before, though?
Bergman, how long have we been live for?
Yeah, like, what is time?
Did we miss all of that juicy content?
Like, there was so much.
There was so much. We should probably start recording these.
We're
locally.
Not. Huh? Are we not?
I mean, you're running the stream.
I am?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
We should probably hit the record button just to be safe.
That is a wonderful thing. If this is the first time we've been live, here are the lower thirds.
Here are the this is who we are.
This is who we are. This is where we've been.
We're all melting down. December is going to be a relaxation period.
It's going to be a party month.
It's going to be a party. It felt like they were in Austin 2 weeks ago. We were in Denver 2 months ago. Thanksgiving.
Now
things
we're all
that you can touch, feel, and smell. Brain Rock Whiskey.
All right, fuck this shit. Let's talk some wrestling.
Let's talk some pro wrestling.
Goddamn pro, because I watched the show. And let's see here. No idea. I just went live on YouTube when you were midway through. Fuck that guy. End the conversation. How about that? All right. I watched a goddamn wrestling show.
Me too.
And well, sort of. Here's the thing. I forgot that they fixed a really fucking terrible thing.
What was that?
That they started the shows at like 7:00 at night. Like I forgot that they start early now.
They're starting them early now.
It's wonderful. It's fantastic. I had things I could do after the show.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Keep it up.
It's a great
A+.
Yeah. You know?
So I missed most of the women's Wargames match.
Okay.
I literally turned it on when whoever the fuck was climbing the cage and fucking around with a garbage can while the other one had to stand there and look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Waiting for the cue and just like not even trying to like let me trip or fucking whatever the fuck, but just waiting for the garbage can spot to happen.
Yeah. Well,
that's why I turned it.
Well, the camera should have been on the action in the ring.
Well, right. Okay.
That's a production issue.
Well, hold on. Okay, we've given a lot of praise to WWE production, so like I think we can let this one go. I'm just saying. They've given us a lot of joy lately. We'll give this
situation a pass.
Yeah, this one's a pass.
Yeah.
Now, if I see it again,
we're coming after you.
I'm gonna have to bring out the old KD.
What?
Kevin Dunn.
Oh, fuck no.
Anyway, where did you tune in? Did you see the whole thing?
I watched yesterday.
Okay, so but you saw the whole thing.
Yes. See, I had it on my computer. I was watching it on my computer while I was doing work. So I would say I caught most of it in glimpses.
Okay. All right.
But I caught enough to understand what was going on and to have an opinion.
Well, that I mean,
I watched enough to have an opinion, which I feel like is the
that's all
thing that
America
matters
needs is
the
the
most.
headlines,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So
just the headline and my opinion.
the
The 2
one thing
things
I'm
that matter.
the one thing I'm gonna add to this review
Mhm.
is I actually watched this show
Mhm.
with my 8-year-old son,
Oh,
who knows almost nothing about wrestling because I've
okay.
tried to shield him from the business a little bit.
Okay.
But I think he's at the age now where maybe we can talk about it. Like, we
Sure.
can talk about the demons a little bit, get through the therapy, and together we can come out stronger,
Okay.
is the idea. It took him 15 minutes of watching wrestling to say, "I wanna be a wrestler." That's it. That's all it took,
Well,
15 minutes.
yeah.
And I'm like, "Buddy, you don't wanna do that." It's a
Words
lot
of
involved.
encouragement, folks.
It's a
Words
lot
of
involved.
encouragement. Yeah.
It's a lot of heartache. It's a lot of concussions.
Mhm.
But anyway, overall thoughts of the show.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I mean, was it the best show? No.
Mm.
It wasn't the best.
Mhm.
But it definitely had its high moments. I feel like it had some probably more lows.
Yes. Mhm.
I wouldn't necessarily say everything was bad.
Mm.
There were definitely some spots where I was like, "Ooh,
Right.
you probably should have rethought that." Um, Overall, I would give this a C plus.
Okay. I think that's a fair. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
a
would give it a
fair.
C plus.
So when I tuned in to the women's match, and like I said,
Mhm.
I tuned in during that spot.
Yeah.
And when after that spot happened, like, you could tell there was a vibe
Mm,
with the match,
mhm.
and it wasn't a good one. Like, you could tell that this hadn't like, already, like, tuning in immediately, I'm like, this didn't go as planned.
Sure.
And from what I've heard, because I didn't go back and watch, because fuck me,
Mhm.
I've got a life. Um, it wasn't great.
Um, this was one of the matches that I watched the majority of.
Mm,
Um, it had a very slow start.
okay.
It had a very not good start.
Okay.
I think where they screwed up,
Mhm.
it made sense as to why they did it this way, story-wise.
'Kay.
I wish they thought of something different, though. Nia Jax should not have been the first participant for her team.
Oh, she was in first?
She was in first.
That's
And
a problem.
that was a problem.
Mhm.
And what I sort of took away from the first, handful of minutes with her being in the ring was she is not good at being in multi-person matches.
Oh, okay, so she's more of a singles
I think more of a
competitor.
singles
Mhm.
because there's less going on. It can be
Mm.
slow and methodical. I think when there are multiple people involved, you can definitely see some confusion there.
Well, it's
Um,
interesting because, like, you have to assume with her, right?
yeah.
Like, every other woman on that roster is
Mhm.
faster than she is
Oh, yes.
by, like,
And
a lot.
and you notice that very early on in this match
Mhm.
because, when she so 2 things with her. I noticed that there was sort of this hesitancy during a lot
Mm.
of the beginning of the match.
Mhm.
Um, she also looked like she was trying really hard not to hurt anybody.
I heard about some chair
The
shots,
chair shots were awful.
which I have not seen, so I cannot judge,
Yeah.
but
Oh, they were brutal. Like, in a not
Landstorm bad?
in a what?
Landstorm bad?
Like, she could have hit a child with those chair shots, and she would not have hurt the child.
Okay. Wow.
Like bad. Like they were bad. But again, like, I think with her, it was she doesn't wanna hurt anybody,
Sure.
and I think that there was maybe some, again, I feel like with the amount of people that were kinda coming in, there was a lot going on. I don't think that she necessarily thrives in that way.
Okay.
I would have booked her to come in last
Right.
and basically be the powerhouse to clear out the baby faces and just start bumping them. Very simple, very easy, clothesline, shoulder, body slam, throw, very simple shit. When she's got to carry that early momentum, it just wasn't good. And the thing with the chairs is, it was one of those situations where it's not necessary to do any of that. Like, if there was a hesitancy, if there was a fear of hurting somebody, just don't do it. You don't need that. Do something different.
What I don't understand, right? From a booking perspective and from an agent perspective, right? You've got the main event to where you want plunder in there, right? You want the toolbox thing with Punk, which we'll get to, the table spots, all that shit. You shouldn't have 2 war games where both war games people are sliding in weapons.
Yeah.
Like that's a one act thing.
God. And speaking of the weapons, the amount of time it took them to search around the outside of the ring to find what they were looking for.
Where the fuck is Jack Trades?
Seriously. Like,
can we get somebody on there to fucking
like, and again, it's like, what do we really need the weapons for? Like, sure, it's a War Games match. You want it to be a little brutal, and like, I think a lot of the spots they did with the weapons, in the women's match was fine. Like, I love the Io Sky, fucking amazing. I love the shit that she does in there. Tremendous. But like, when you start incorporating weapons, but you're not really using them the best way that you can, or you're trying to be too safe with them, it's like, how do we rebook this? And sort of why bother? Like, again, War Games, make it brutal.
Sure.
And I do feel like after a certain point, the match definitely picked up steam. I think once more of the women came into the match, you started to see things pick up. The speed was there. The technique was there. Tiffany Stratton is going to be a superstar at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she's going to be
when she cashes in.
Oh, my God. In that moment.
To the moon.
Like, people are waiting.
Her and Meanie.
Tiffany Stratton and Blue Meanie. To the moon. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yep.
She's going to be a goddamn superstar. Io Sky is going to maintain sort of a top level of the women's division going forward. I mean, I think you saw a lot of women shine in this. Again, I think that there were certain parts, and this even goes with the men's match. There were definitely some parts where I'm like, there could have been some rebooking there. Maybe things just didn't work out at the time. So, it is what it is. Overall, I think the match got better as it went on. But I understand why they had Nia come out first, because obviously you want to build to the tension of Rhea versus Liv. But also at some point soon, we need to end that story.
Well, I think Rhea's getting cold.
I think she is too. And I think it's because they haven't finished that story.
They didn't give her, like, she should not have lost that shark cage match.
No.
Like, that that really killed her fucking momentum a lot.
Yeah.
And like, first, kudos to her for being goddamn professional and protecting Liv when her fucking foot got caught on the cage.
Oh my God.
During the finish.
Oh yeah.
Fucking A. Like, that's a goddamn professional right there. But if I had the pencil for this one, I would have said no plunder, no gimmicks. But let's see one of these girls get some color.
Ooh. All right.
There ain't no color in the main event.
Ain't no color in the main event.
But
let's
you start
that
to
out
show
early.
off.
Yeah.
You start to show off with some girls getting some color. Fuck, that's an opener. That sets the tone.
Yeah.
For the show.
You know what? I think right there, that's what would have made the match top notch. Get rid of the weapons. You can have Io do the garbage can spot. Like, totally, it's totally her thing. I in the fucking moon, like, the goddamn moonsault with it. Holy hell. That is trusting your colleagues to do a blind moonsault. That's trust right there.
That is some goddamn trust.
So I applaud that spot, but yeah, man, like have Liv get some color.
The thing is, like, I maintain the fact the only reason Britt Baker is over is because she got color with Thunder Rosa.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. That's the only reason she's. I mean, she's good.
Yeah.
But like she's not. I don't think she's any more special than anybody else.
Same.
Who can wrestle at the same ability.
Yeah.
But like because she got color, that's what got her over. You go in there and if Rhea gets busted open and then still gets the pinfall, fuck. That's some shit.
Yeah. 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 I mean, ultimately, I think the match ended the best way. I think having Rhea go over Liv was good because number one, the spot was good. Like you said, she hats off to her for protecting her. And I think that gives Rhea, the claim for the title match again.
Totally.
But they need to end that feud as soon as possible because we've been running it for too long now.
It's got to be at the Rumble.
It's got to be. I think it's. Is there a pay-per-view this month? Because I know they got Saturday night's main event coming up, but next is Deadline NXT Saturday night's main event.
Well,
they're not doing a PLE
until the Rumble.
I mean, they've got NXT Deadline, but there's no main show PLE. It's just there's Saturday night's main event coming up in 2 weeks, and then there's the one in January, which is in San Antonio. So your boy might be making another trip down. I'll have to see if. Christy, if you're listening, I'll try to find a friend to go with me.
There's no Mountain Dew promises this time.
No Mountain Dew promises. But if I can't find anybody to go with, like, I'm gonna buy her some Mountain Dew and be like, "Hey, what you got going?
Can I make a bold
what
prediction?
you got going on the 25th?"
I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
Yeah.
Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
It's Tiffy time.
Yo, fucking let's go. Let's go. Do they have the goddamn... Okay, so wait. This is the match card thus far. Let's see. December 14th. You've got TBD versus TBD. This is going to be the Women's United States Championship Tournament final. Okay. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. Ooh. Gunther versus Finn Balor. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens.
Okay.
I don't know that you'll get a Tiffy time.
I don't think any of those titles are changing hands. So I think you get a Tiffy time.
I think you might see one.
Which one?
Okay. I would put the belt on Finn.
Ooh.
If it's me, I would put the belt on Finn.
But why?
Fucking give him something to do other than run-ins.
That's all he's been doing. That's it.
Also, the general vibe that I was getting after Raw was Gunther was getting some praise from the fans.
Oh, he's turning baby.
So I think what you do is you have Gunther drop. Okay.
Oh, you do a little Shawn Michaels Psycho Sid. What you're saying?
You have Gunther drop it to Finn.
Okay.
Finn is now heavyweight champion and tag champion. You then can set up the feud between Finn and Damian Priest. Gunther goes on to win the Rumble.
Ooh.
Gunther versus Cody at Mania.
The Saudi rematch. Interesting.
And then, yeah, because I think you have, and honestly, if I were booking this, I'd have Cody drop it to Kevin. I'd have him drop it to Kevin and have Cody start chasing again.
Do you think Cody's gotten that stale?
Unintentionally.
Really?
I think he had, well,
because I don't think he has.
I don't think he has.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't think that he has had a legitimate opponent for the title.
Okay, that's a good argument to be made.
Because after Mania,
right,
it was still all the Bloodline stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the Bloodline stuff until like basically the end of summer.
Well, the thing is, like, he beat Roman.
He beat Roman.
The fucking finger, whatever.
Finger
and then he was just beating off the lower digits. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, like, who has he worked thus far? Like, he worked fucking, I mean, he beat Gunther.
Yep.
Which, you know, I mean, that wasn't a feud.
No, it was an exhibition. It was an exhibition. For a fucking Shavosky's crystal goddamn fucking
terrible looking belt. For a terrible looking title belt. Who else has he really worked? I mean, he worked Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown.
Right.
He did the tag match with Roman.
Right, with Roman.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, like, I don't think that listen, Cody is a top guy.
Right.
Yeah. And I think Cody as the face of the company is a great move. 100%. And I do I fully support and believe that Cody can carry that company.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs a good heel. He needs somebody to truly work against that isn't going to be wishy-washy in this gray zone, in this some love him, some hate him. He needs a heel. And I don't believe that they have given him a true heel to work against. So if you have Kevin Owens, who's been jumping him, crying and complaining, sort of doing that mid to late 90s Bret Hart shtick of this company is against me. I've been putting my blood, sweat, and tears on the line, and all I'm getting is disrespected. Basically, have him be this sort of, fuck you, I'm going to do what's best for me, and I don't give a shit what any of you say, because this company is continually trying to hold me down, and I'm going to take what I want. I think you have him pull the trigger and do what he needs to do to beat Cody in the shittiest way possible. That gives Cody the opportunity to lose gracefully, in a way, I'll say. Lose in a way where he now has claim to chase again. Have him chase Kevin up until before Mania. And then you do Gunther, Cody at Mania. And kind of go from there.
I see what you're saying. However, I think they have a heel that's coming.
Ooh.
Okay.
Who you got?
This again, folks. If I've got the pencil, Cody beats Kevin. Kevin goes into a spiral.
Oh.
In the fact that he becomes even more shitty. He says, I need to get back to the old fucking ruthless Kevin Owens, right? Because I don't think he started that, but he needs to lose again.
Yeah.
To really fucking get there, right?
Okay.
So I would put Cody over. I say in the next 3 weeks, you've got something in Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh.
This new gimmick fucking rules.
Dude, let's talk about Shinsuke. So when he did the return on SmackDown and jumped LA Knight, the first thought I had in my mind was, I love Shinsuke. One of my favorites.
I stole a lot of his shit. So
you stole a lot of his shit. We should have gotten our picture taken with
him.
Still one of my biggest regrets.
Biggest regrets of my whole life.
He was right there.
Right there. Nobody in line.
In the ECW arena. Just standing in the middle of the ring.
Such fucking assholes.
Such fucking assholes. He comes out on SmackDown. He does the thing to LA Knight. And I was like, oh, dope. But I immediately thought back to his sort of one-off feud with Cody. Where he jumped Cody. He was cutting these great promos. Had this great aura about him. And he ended up losing.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, oh, like they're just going to kind of do the same thing again. But then he goes over. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Not only that, but his fucking look coming out
is great.
I was like, that is sick. Dude. The fucking mask, the attire, the music change. I was like,
they got something. They got something.
They've always had something with him.
I mean, he's never not been great. He's never not been great.
Yes.
And he's everything he does.
He's been in that company for a while now,
for a long fucking time.
For a long fucking time.
I fucking remember, like, I was a huge fucking mark of his in New Japan. And then when he comes over to the E and then he fucking wins the Rumble. I'm like, holy fuck, they're actually going to do something.
Yeah.
With this guy. And then they didn't.
I think somebody soured on him. And I think it was Vince. Which can't say I'm not surprised there because fucking Vince.
Yeah, he's in the weird shit.
Yeah, he's in the fucking dipshit. But yeah, I think that it is great to see him in the situation that he's in. I love the new look. I love the new music. It's awesome. I hope he hangs on to that title for a while. I hope he gets some great matches. And I think it would be great to see him in the heavyweight title picture.
I think you put maybe at the Rumble. Maybe what's after the Rumble? Fucking Backlash?
You got the Rumble, and then after the Rumble, you got the Elimination Chamber.
Okay. Is Backlash even a pay-per-view?
Years. Backlash is still a pay-per-view.
Is it really?
I think they brought that back for NXT, though.
Oh, okay.
Because NXT picked up like a lot of the old branded pay-per-views. Like
my pay-per-view schedule in my mind is based off the No Mercy video game. Like that's
because Backlash was always after Mania because it was WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah.
You know. I miss Fully Loaded.
Fully Loaded. Yep. There you go.
You know.
But I think like a main event of the fucking Royal Rumble could be title for title with Cody. Like that's a fuck of a main event.
That's a good main event,
right? I mean, you've got the Royal Rumble's gonna have 4 matches, 2 of them being a Rumble, and then 2 other fucking matches. I mean, that's what it was when we went. So like, you do the 2 Rumbles, you do Cody versus Shinsuke as the other match, and then you do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a shit. Gunther versus some asshole. But I see what you're saying about putting Finn over, but I don't think it's good. Well, here's the thing. They fucked up royally because Gunther's turning babyface. But he called out Goldberg for Mania. Like that was the plan.
I don't want to see that.
No, I mean, nobody does. Nobody wants to see it. But like hold on. Post-Mania shows Backlash.
Yeah. You hated it.
Oh yeah, fuck that. No, well, that was Backlash. I hate France even more.
Tweener Braun to win the Rumble takes it off Finn at Mania, bro.
That's shot.
I love me some Braun Breaker.
Can we? Okay, we're gonna keep going through this card. Let's keep going through this card. I
want to finish where we were at just a moment ago.
Yeah.
So potentially Finn takes the title at Saturday Night Main Event. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's not. I think if you're gonna work to Gunther and Goldberg at Mania, take the title out of the picture.
No, you have to. That's the only reason Finn goes over.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, that, and you can actually have something to give value to that Damian Priest Finn Balor feud.
Something,
Because
anything.
it died instantly after that.
After the turn,
match.
it was over.
Like, after the turn, it was over. Like,
Yeah.
they did nothing with it, and they're only just now bringing it back. So, yeah, I mean, I would say take it off of Gunther, and then have him rebound either at Mania or after Mania.
Get fucked, though, right? Like, I wouldn't give Finn a clean win.
No, absolutely not.
But, like, who fucks him, right?
I mean,
like,
you got JD McDonough coming out. You got Carlito. I mean, you have the Judgment Day.
Sure, right. But, like, do you really want to see Gunther feuding with, like, the undercard of the Judgment Day for what? To get to Goldberg? It doesn't make sense. Like, you need, I'm not saying get Goldberg involved, but you need a fuck to have Gunther wrestle, or at least, like, have a moment within the Rumble.
Sure.
And I don't know who that is, but, like, there's got to be, like, some fuck he fucks with. They fucks him over here. He fucks with him in the Rumble. Maybe he has a Raw match or two, or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And then you've got to set up Goldberg.
Yeah.
So, like, you've got a lot to do in, you know, the fucking 3 months or whatever the fuck it is.
Right. I mean, I think what you do after Saturday Night Main Event is, if you have Gunther drop it, you have him go away for a couple of weeks. Just no sign of him, no mention of him. And then he comes back. He tries to get the title back. Maybe he loses the rematch.
Ooh.
And that sends him into a spiral.
He should lose the rematch by, like, count out or, like, something shitty.
Something shitty. And then
WWE
he starts
DQ
spiraling, and then he's like, fuck this. He goes, I know I'm the best. I'm better than all your heroes. There isn't a single one of your heroes that could ever beat me. I would break them all. And then, and then boom, there he is.
There he is. I say you fucking cancel Goldberg altogether.
I do too. I say don't even.
Best case scenario.
Listen, you've got Braun Breaker on the card. You don't need Goldberg.
That, but, like, fucking Gunther's getting over, man. Don't cut his legs out.
Yeah, no, he
totally
is. He totally is. But
okay. Money. Moving on.
Okay, so yeah, back to Survivor Series. So yeah, so we talked about the women's Elimination Chamber match. We also had. Let me get back to this. Holy cow! I went down a rabbit hole on this side. Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight. LA Knight, again.
The match was fine.
It was under 10 minutes. I feel like they're aiming for an LA Knight heel turn.
The thing is, like,
because listen, I
don't get him. I
still don't get him.
I don't get him.
I don't understand the appeal. I never did. Even when he was in TNA, I never understood the appeal.
He's mid-card at best.
He is
mid-card at best. I hate to, I don't want to be that guy bringing anybody down, but, like, you call him as you see him.
Yeah. I mean, his matches have been sloppy. He hasn't looked good.
He doesn't have, like, he's a fit dude, right?
Sure.
But he doesn't have athletic ability, which is weird.
It's one of those things where you get those guys on the indies who are like, I want to do this spot. But that's not the type of spot they should be doing. But they really want to do that spot.
And I
feel like that's him.
And I feel like he's also an indie guy that has, like, 5 spots.
Yeah.
And that's what he does.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't get him. I mean, catchphrases are over. There's more to this business than just what you do in the ring. I get all that shit. But, like, that's only going to get you so far.
Yeah.
Unless you're John Cena.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll do something with him after this. Maybe they've soured on him. I don't know. But again, like, I never saw the appeal.
Which is wonderful why they got the belt off him. So, like, more of Nakamura. Less of LA Knight. Let's do that.
Yes, let's do that. So after that, you got the triple threat match: Braun Breaker, Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser.
What did you think of this one?
I enjoyed it.
This was pretty fun.
This was fun. Braun Breaker is a goddamn beast.
He scares me.
He scares the shit out of me. Not as much as Jacob Fatu, but Braun Breaker.
Oh, we're gonna get to Jacob Fatu.
Oh,
I have some thoughts about Jacob Fatu.
okay.
But we'll
I'm
get to
interested. Okay, but Braun Breaker, holy shit,
that.
that is a guy. Okay, that is a guy who knows what he can do, does what he can do,
Yep.
and he does it well.
And that's all you need.
And that's all you need.
That's all you need.
That he's the guy that goes out there and he fucking tackles people. He runs the rope super quick and clotheslines people. He fucking does one of the greatest and smoothest Frankensteiners off the top rope. Like you could say
I call it the ankle signer. It's like he barely fucking grabs him with his goddamn ankles.
Brother, have you seen some of Scott's Frankensteiners?
Well, I know it's spot on. It's spot on.
Like it is,
but it's also not great. But it's spot. But it's also great at the same time. It's weird.
Every time he gets up there and points, I go, "Oh, is he gonna fall?" And he does it, and I'm like, "He pulled it off." He pulled it off.
It is like a train wreck. It's like watching the bear on the tightrope juggling the fucking cakes or chainsaws or whatever the fuck. You're like, something's gonna happen. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Well, like something. And it's gonna be great.
The way they shot that match very well too. Like the spot on the outside with the shoulder tackle, where he just comes flying into frame.
Whenever he starts running, I get scared.
Me too. Because I'm like, someone's gonna die.
If he touches O'Neill's, it's over.
Yo, did you see him take that bump into the fucking announcer table the other week?
Yes.
I thought he blasted a hole in his chest.
There's real concern for me. Like, okay. I mean, we're going long tonight.
Yeah, we're going long. This was a fun show to like. This is a fun show to talk about.
It's a goddamn party. There was a spot when I was working, right, where I was wrestling Brody, and simple spot where I'm giving him the fucking 3 guts in the corner type of thing, and I go for the big 4. And he moves inside, side steps, and I take the post, right? I wasn't even trying. And I fucking took that post legit and separated my shoulder for 4 years.
God damn.
So, like, with Braun, he doesn't slow down.
No.
So when he took the chair in the corner, I'm like holding my breath. I'm like, he is going to Goldberg himself in the middle of the fucking ring one day.
Yeah.
And it's going to be terrible. But until then, it's all awesome.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, he is somebody that is going to run the heavyweight title division at some point in the near future. Quick point I want to, make. I love the upgrade of the Intercontinental title. That hint of blue is so much better.
I don't know if I noticed.
So I noticed this when they did it for the women's IC title because it's on the white strap. It's the same emblem, same design.
Okay,
but they added blue to like all the globes on it.
I'm gonna look it up here. Let me see if I can get it.
Because when they did the redesign of the IC title a couple years back, I hated it. I'm like, this looks tacky. It looks weird.
Right.
It was too early 2000s. It was too black and gold.
Too black and gold.
But then they put that little hint of blue on there. I was like, okay, I see it now.
You can hear Jimmy.
I can hear Jimmy. And it very much reminded me of the Attitude Era Winged Eagle round, the round one.
The which one?
The Attitude Era Winged Eagle. The round.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Okay, so there's the belt.
Yep.
As we're seeing it.
Yeah, it's like a little hint of blue. And I'm like, that adds more value, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Yeah. Because like the thing is, like, I like to see when the title belts pop. Like you got a guy who comes out and it's just like, just a sheet of gold, like the big gold. I'm like, that's ugly.
Right.
Have a little pop to it.
Get a little like. The best part about the Ultimate Warrior was that he changed the color of the belt.
Changed the color of the belt every week.
That was the best part.
Yeah. But for this triple threat match, I thought it was good. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and you know what? People fucking love Sheamus still.
Which good for him.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. I
still
think
getting
that
a reaction after all these years.
Yeah, and I think you got I think you've got something with Ludwig long term. He's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I think he's one of those wrestlers that he plays a part.
He's a Finn Balor.
Yes, and he plays that part very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he has the ability to carry himself, to carry a feud, and I would see I can see him as a singles champion at some point soon.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I think he's one of those people that can be a true heel.
Oh, 100%.
And you can get the people to really hate
100%.
him.
Yep.
I think if you put a title on him, it only turns up the heat factor for him.
I do want to throw a question out to Bergman in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
He's predicting Braun to win the Rumble. Is he predicting Braun to win the Rumble with the belt? Or is Braun dropping the belt before the Rumble? It's a great question.
Great question. Very interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. Put 2 belts on him. Give them both.
Why not?
Yeah.
They gave Lance Storm 3.
It's like he turned them all Canadian.
Right? It's wonderful.
Hell of a run. Okay, so after the triple threat, you had Gunther versus Damian Priest.
Okay, let's talk about this match.
Okay.
This did not do it for me.
Same.
And once again, Damian Priest. I can't blame it all on him.
Sure.
I can blame a lot of it on him.
Mm-hmm.
The way Gunther sold in this match, I was not a fan of.
Okay.
He, at the beginning of this match, he acted scared.
Yeah, I think that was the angle.
Not dig.
That was the angle they were going with because Damian beat the shit out of him the Monday night before.
Yeah, but I didn't see that. So as the casual, I'm expecting chops and all sorts of carnage, and I'm watching him be a pussyfoot.
Sure.
And I'm just like, what's and you're being a pussyfoot to the bisexual Undertakers. What's happening here?
Yeah, I mean, I think they had to give him something else to do than just play the role the same way he's been playing the role for the last 2 years.
Right.
Give him a little bit of substance to be able to work with. Give him a little bit of emotion to show. So I didn't mind it too much. I think overall, the match just didn't do it for me. I think from a storyline perspective, I mean, Damian cut a good promo and threw a good beatdown, to him on the Monday night before. But overall, I think they dropped the ball on the Damian Priest stuff with him coming out of the Judgment Day, feuding for the title, feuding with Finn Balor. I feel like it's just been too much of an oil and water situation, and they need to just focus on a thing. And
ever since Mania, when he cashed in, it's been weird for him.
It's just been weird.
It's been weird. His couple title defenses, there were some botches that didn't go well.
Yeah.
And then once he lost the title, he floundered a little bit.
Yeah.
And after this, it's what do you do with the guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you have him be somebody that doesn't chase a title.
He needs a motive.
He needs a motive. And I don't think championship title chasing I don't think that needs to be his motive. I think he can do something on a not an attraction level.
Well, I think you can.
You think you can turn him into an attraction?
This is what I propose. Again,
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Give him the pencil. Let's see what he can do. Is that different pencil?
You give him the APA gimmick.
The APA gimmick.
You give him the APA gimmick. You give him the mercenary for hire gimmick.
Okay.
And I think his character, he can play that to a T because he can play that I don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
Except money character. Pretty fucking well.
Hitman for hire.
Goddamn right.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like that. Because it's kind of... He can come and go.
Exactly.
He can swim through different feuds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can latch on to things that he's not necessarily going to be involved with long term. You know, he can be the 911.
100%.
Come out, choke slam a motherfucker, get
him the
paid,
razor's edge.
Hit the razor's edge. Which also, I have a plea to everyone out there in pro wrestling, including the WWE and AEW. Please talk to your talent and stop having them do everybody else's shit that was just done the match before.
Yeah.
There were how many Razor's Edge spots, Celtic Cross spots? Just stop. Everybody's doing a fucking flippy-doo pile driver in AEW. Stop that. Stop doing super
Are there
kicks.
any agents anymore? Like,
listen, come up. Like, I know people hate the term move list, but everybody write down their moves, compare, and say, okay, you get to do that one. You got to cross that out. You can do that one. Which
where's
means you got to
Steve
cross
King?
that out. Where's
Steve King?
It's
give that man a job.
When you're doing the same move across 3 matches and everybody calls it something different, it's not memorable.
No, it's confusing.
Nothing. It means nothing.
It like you get like the fucking debate among wrestling fans, like from back in the day. What's the difference between the crescent kick and the super kick? Same fucking thing. It's the same gimmick. Same deal. Bergman popping back in saying probably drops it before the Rumble. Let's say to Sheamus so he can finally complete that circle. Maybe at the Rumble makes him cooler, beating the Beast Mode in the Rumble. I say, if you're gonna do that, right? I mean, I'm still for. Oh, I didn't get to finish my thought earlier. By the way,
okay, go ahead, finish it.
With Shinsuke and Cody, I say you make Kevin Owens win the Royal Rumble, and you make him win the Royal Rumble, Stone Cold Steve Austin style, by being eliminated where no one sees it, sneaking back in.
Yes, bitch.
And eliminating.
Let's fucking go. Give him that pencil, folks.
It's like I've done this before.
I know, right?
Fuck.
Okay, so yeah, Damian Priest needs to go off and do something else. All right, so for the main event, Bloodline original with CM Punk versus the new Bloodline.
Can we talk about CM Punk?
Let's talk about CM Punk.
Fuck CM Punk.
What do you got against CM Punk now?
Why?
Why what?
Why?
What?
Why the fuck was he in this match?
Because Seth Rollins didn't want to do it.
Fuck. Make it handicap.
Long-term booking.
I
think that's where they're going with that. It was so. I'm glad they didn't put Seth Rollins in there.
Yes, I agree.
Which is what I think they wanted everybody to think. But it would have made Seth look like a bitch.
100%.
100%. Because he's getting his ass kicked by Bronson Reed.
He's dressing weird.
Again. And to have him team up with Roman Reigns just to get a piece of Bronson Reed makes no fucking sense.
Nope.
And so I thought that there was like an 80% chance that after he said, no, I'm not doing this, that he turns around and is like, okay, I'm doing this.
Just to get that motherfucker.
That would have killed all credibility.
100%.
All credibility. Ooh, Bergman. Does the Austin Rumble deal make sense with modern presentation and all that different camera stuff?
Well, here's the thing. You've got a pay-per-view premium live event in between, right? So then you put Kevin Owens in the Elimination Chamber and he wins.
You do a Fatal 4.
Goddamn, can we bring back that
the
goddamn
Fatal
match?
4.
That was the greatest fucking match at In Your House ever, and they never did it again.
Bring back the Fatal 4.
Bring it back.
Yeah. Bring it back. I do think
fucking ruled.
Yeah, I do think even with the modern presentation that there's a way to pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Schmaz. There's a schmaz going on. Owens gets dumped. The refs are too busy with the schmaz. Commentators are focusing on the schmaz.
Adam Pearce has no credibility.
Adam Pearce, let me tell you something. Adam Pearce is one bad segment away from just walking around the backstage area with a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Adam Pearce
That would be awesome.
Adam Pearce is like the police chief in every high stress cop movie.
Yes.
Who's just screaming and just is like, give me your badge and your gun.
Totally.
Put it down. Because you're suspended.
He is
I love Adam Pearce.
He's the police chief from Richard Diamond Private Eye 1939 radio plays. So there's a reference for you. But to a T.
Yeah. I seriously, like he is just yelling and screaming, just trying to keep control. I love it. I also got to drive him around for 2CW once, and he was a cool dude.
It's wonderful.
He was a very cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he's a Packers fan, which hell yeah.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I think there's a lot you can do there. But what do you got against CM Punk?
Here's the thing. We've already established that the new bloodline, bunch of jamokes.
No.
Like,
how dare you?
Bunch of nobodies. Especially Solo. The worst leader of all, like the most unfucking convincing leader.
You still got beef with him.
Here's the thing. Like, when Solo was under Roman, right? Mm-hmm. He was trying to be Jacob Fatu. That's who he was trying to be. And it was nobody.
That was the role.
Nobody bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody bought it then. Nobody buys it now. He could pull off this role in NXT.
He's the undeserving leader of the bloodline, sir. Therefore, he is the man who everybody can and should hate. And I think he's playing his part much better than a lot of people think. I'm gonna say something.
Hot take.
I got a hot take. The new bloodline is better than the old bloodline.
Wow, that is false. Please, sir, explain and defend yourself.
The establishment of the new bloodline is. I am of the belief that Solo Sikoa is a man who truly wants the people around him to succeed.
Oh, interesting.
And he's truly giving the people around him an opportunity.
Oh, he's a good manager.
He's a good leader.
Okay.
Because a leader brings up the people around him. Doesn't hold them down. Doesn't just make them do their bidding.
Sure.
I mean, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga come in, immediately win the tag titles.
Sure. Yeah.
Hands it off to Tonga Loa. Oh, hi, buddy. How you doing there? And then Jacob Fatu is just out on display, wrecking motherfuckers. Truly showing his value and worth. Like a good enforcer. The best enforcer, my favorite enforcer.
Sure.
And I think he is
Arn
truly...
would be proud.
Arn would be proud. And I think that he is truly the type of leader that wants his team to succeed, as opposed to have his team do his bidding, like Roman Reigns.
You know who Solo Sikoa is?
Who is he? Solo
Sikoa is the person who got the job because they lied on their resume. And but they have excellent people skills. Excellent people, and they know how to build a team.
Hey.
They don't actually have the qualifications for the job that they were hired to do. However, they have surrounded themselves with enough people that actually know what they're doing to just be like, we're doing this thing, but I'm going to hand it off to Jacob to kind of explain what we're doing.
Right.
Kind of thing. Like, he's a great leader in that way.
Roman ruled by fear.
Right. Sure.
Solo.
He's Old Testament.
Solo rules with compassion for his family.
New Testament.
Not to confused with Final Testament.
Right, which is Dwayne.
No, Final Testament is that carrying cross bullshit. Which I thought they were supposed to have a match at Survivor Series.
I don't even know who they are. If I'm to be perfectly fucking honest.
That's okay. But yeah, I dig the new bloodline over the old.
Interesting. Okay.
I dig them. I'm more excited to see them. I think that they have more personality.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. Like, you put fucking the Usos and Sammy in the ring. That's some goddamn personality, brother. Like that.
I mean, it's some personality, but I don't know.
Well, and here's the thing, like, I don't know. You take that promo of Sammy saying he's just not feeling Usi against anything that the new bloodline has done. It doesn't compare. Like,
sure. Doesn't. I mean, like, yeah, but like he was out there trying to do some comedy.
Well, of course, and that's what he does, unless he's less wrestling Loca Vita.
Exactly. Exactly.
So here's my thoughts on this match. Right. Is CM Punk yes, I get that they're setting something up for down the road.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
That's the favor.
That's the favor,
That's
right?
The favor from Paul Heyman that is get.
I think the favor from the favor is going to be he's headlining next year's WrestleMania.
Sure.
Roman's getting the belt back for next WrestleMania. And the favor is going to be Punk finally gets to headline WrestleMania. Yes. That's the favor. Fine. However, you didn't need to do that in this match. You could have done that at Backlash.
I don't know.
The thing is, going into this match, besides Jacob Fatu, who is the only X factor on that team, this is a squash. You have fucking Roman Reigns, you have CM Punk, you have the greatest tag team of all fucking time in the Usos. And
one of them.
I would say one of them, yeah.
One of them.
Sure. Who was the other fucking guy? Was that it?
What on?
Oh, and Sami Zayn, right?
Sami Zayn,
the only guy to fucking beat Gunther at Mania, versus like Solo, who like gets his ass handed to him on a regular fucking basis. You've got the two Tongas, who like they're fine. They're a good hand.
Gorillas of Destiny, my dude.
They're a good hand.
Yeah, they're gret.
Jacob Fatu
started the Bullet
tremendous.
Club. Jacob Fatu is tremendous.
It's tremendous.
Yes.
And then you've got Bronson Reed, who unfortunately may have ended his career, but
what did he break? Do we know?
Shattered his ankle.
Like
fucking Adam Cole style. He's gonna be out for a long motherfucking time.
Fuck.
Can motherfuckers stop jumping off the cage? Can we stop that?
I understand why they had him do it, but fuck, man, because I love me some Bronson Reed.
Fuck yes. And now
Bronson Reed has been great.
Not anymore. Fucking 6 months, brother, or more. Everyone's gonna fucking forget about him.
No, you fuck off. No, they're not.
The thing is, like, listen, Adam Copeland, selfish motherfucker, broke his goddamn leg. He's probably, I don't know that he'll come back. Bronson Reed jumps off the cage, gets hurt. Io Sky, fucking hurt.
Did she get hurt?
She got hurt from that spot.
Where'd she get hurt?
I forget what the fuck she got hurt, but she got hurt with something. Here's the thing, folks. You don't have to do it.
You don't.
Because guess who did it right? Fucking Roman Reigns. You assholes. Do you know what he did? They locked the cage. And it was impossible for him to get in, even though there's no fucking roof on the cage. Stupidest fucking, like, color commentary call of all fucking time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. He climbed to the top of the cage. He did the big pose. And then he climbed down to the top rope. And did the crossbody. And it was just as cool.
That's a man who learned from the school of Randy Orton.
Goddamn right he did.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. And then like Jimmy Uso broke his toe.
Yeah, and he got fucked up too. Yeah.
So maybe this is the lesson. Hey, let's stop jumping off cages.
Let me stop, please.
Let me stop, please. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. Because like those spots I get. Because there's a little bit more to them, but also
they're mostly selfish.
Yeah.
Because they're unnecessary.
They are unnecessary. And at the end of the day, people got hurt.
Exactly. So here's my thought, right? You make it a handicap match. New Bloodline versus Old Bloodline. I think, holy fuck, New Bloodline's got a chance. The way that match was set up, I'm like, New Bloodline has no chance. Zero chance. Even with Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Who did the most fucking professional thing I have ever seen. Well, not ever, but Jacob Fatu did the most professional thing I've seen in a WWE ring in a decade.
Get it?
Motherfucker slipped on the top rope and sold a leg.
Hell yeah.
That's a fucking professional right there.
Sell.
And
the amount of people on Twitter who were like, yo, I think Jacob Fatu just hurt himself.
That's a professional.
Remember when he did that splash when Roman came back? And everybody was like, yo, I think he just broke his fucking leg. Oh my God. He's hurt. Selling.
The man's a pro.
People forget what wrestling is sometimes. Guess what? Just because your other favorites like to do the flippy doos and no sell 18 super kicks and Canadian destroyers doesn't mean that the art of selling is still is lost.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it. At least until when I watch it. That's how I want it to look.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Life sometimes doesn't go as you expect it to. And sometimes life throws you a fucking curveball.
Yeah.
And sometimes you slip off the fucking rope.
Yeah.
But you know what? That doesn't mean you throw the fucking business in the garbage.
Exactly.
You protect the goddamn business. You slip off the rope. Oh my God, my knee's fucked for life.
Yeah.
That's the way it needs to be. Especially if you're going to go down anyway. Like if your team's taking the fall anyway, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
That gives you an out.
Sell it.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like people could believe like, oh, Jacob Fatu lost because his knee got fucked.
Yeah.
That's way better than he got pinned clean.
Yeah. He fucking Christian McCaffrey'd himself.
Totally.
Blew it all out.
Exactly.
Gave him a reason to lose. And I'll say something else too, because kind of like a similar thing happened in the Damian Priest match, where there's a spot where he pushes Gunther off like he's seated on the top rope. Gunther comes up, they do a little thing, and then he pushes Gunther off, and the camera pans away from him, but then when they turn back, he's on the floor like he had just fallen off. Well, you can hear very audibly the crowd chanting, "You fucked up, you fucked up." And I'm like, but how did he fuck up? Number one, we didn't see it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, oh shit, here comes Finn Balor off the steps with a double stomp. And it's like, no, he didn't fuck up. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yes, until they showed the replay.
What? Oh, I didn't see the replay.
The
Did he actually
replay?
fuck up?
No, but, like, the replay showed that, like, he very clearly, like, pushed Gunther and then kinda looked and then, like, took the bump.
Oh, he took the
And I was just like, you fucks with the replay, you killed it.
Yeah.
You killed it. You had it, and then you killed it.
You showed him the magic. How dare you?
Mhm.
But yeah, overall, and I thought that Wargames match was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine. Overall, the show was fine. Like we said at the beginning, I
It
would,
would've been better without Punk.
you know, I can't. I don't know. I don't know where I am with that.
Here's the thing. You show that lineup, right, at the
Yeah.
end, and everyone's doing the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's some fucking asshole that's doing this, and it's like, why?
Long-term booking, man. Dude, I'm telling you,
Fuck
it's
you.
you got to
There's
you
a
have to
better
appreciate the
way.
nuance.
There's a better way. There's a
What better
better
way?
The better way?
You do a handicap?
The better way is you do a handicap.
Yeah.
You put the old bloodline over. Roman's on top. He thinks he's the fucking cock of the walk. Right? Who's more pissed than anybody else that the new bloodline or the old bloodline went over? Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking furious.
Yeah.
They didn't need him. And they still won. Guess who needs a favor to take out Seth Rollins? The wise man. Who hates Seth Rollins? CM Punk. CM Punk takes out Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman owes him a favor.
No, Paul Heyman owes him a favor from being in Wargames.
Yeah, but like my booking's better.
No, it's not.
It's 1,000% better.
No, because no. What's gonna happen?
Back me up here.
No,
which is better?
No,
what happened, or what? Or the genius I've just spilt out on the show. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn.
Did you see Monday Night Raw?
No, but beep.
Because Punk and Seth had a very good confrontation.
Okay.
Where Punk simply said, "I don't think about you. You're not
wonderful.
You're not at the top of my mind. I was involved in your business before because you had something that I wanted. You don't have that anymore. So I've moved on." And I think what you do is you eventually build to CM Punk and Roman Reigns. But in the midst of that, you have Seth Rollins building towards Roman Reigns. And just when Rollins is about to get his, here comes CM Punk to stand in his way.
I got a better one.
What?
Seth Rollins wins Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins cashes in during Roman Reigns and CM Punk, costing CM Punk his WrestleMania main event.
Oh, shit.
And winning the title.
Shit.
Not pinning Roman Reigns, so you protect him. You pin CM Punk, stealing his moment. You have Seth Rollins and CM Punk for a year easy.
Because he did that shit. He did that same shit in Brock versus Roman.
Exactly.
We have too much. See, no, none of this works because we have way too many people in the title picture right now.
You can get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
Long-term booking.
Long-term booking, brother.
Bergman
with the final takeaway. Be honest, both of them could go away and I wouldn't care. So yeah, these fantasy bookings are better because they are purely hypothetical.
Well, there you have it, folks.
There it is, folks. Well, boys and girls, we hope you enjoyed it. We went long, but we needed it. We got there.
In a week.
It's done. It's been a week, and now you can have another week to go enjoy yourselves. Hopefully the weekend treats you well. But we're going to be back next Wednesday night right here on youtube.com/BrainRack TV. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to all things BrainRack TV. We're on social media. We're on the Blue Sky. We're on the X. We're on the
all
TikTok. Go find us, hang out, leave a comment.
Apparently, you can just go to brainrec.tv and it'll bring you right to us. I had no idea.
Brother, we discussed this a long time ago. I've secured a few URLs
Wonderful.
for us when we rebranded the channel.
Do you have one that might maybe direct people to our t-shirts?
No, but I could.
I think that's in order.
Yeah, you know, we could make that happen. But if you go to tpublic.com and search Brainwreck TV, we'll be there with all sorts of fun stuff.
Totally. And also, it is the holiday season. So for God's sakes, go back in the archives, listen to yourself. A Sleigh Full of Wishes, our one and only Brainwreck holiday special, a fully produced radio play.
Yeah.
With lots of twists and turns, lots of zany characters, lots of work went into it.
Yeah.
So go.
We were gonna do another one this year.
Well, and
then this year happened.
On paper, this year's been awful.
You know, ups and downs, strikes and spares.
Like I'm bowling under 100. Like it's not great. So things have happened. However, there are more talks of more things, more projects in the works.
Hell yes.
As always. And so if you do like things like A Sleigh Full of Wishes, you can let us know in the comments. We would love to know what you guys want to see from us because we are here to serve you.
Boom. There it is.
And make ourselves laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, we come first.
Exactly.
Much like the ladies.
Yeah.
So for this week, I've been Jason Axe.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.